Hi, I'm Greg, and this is another edition of The Pot Thickens. Before you do anything else, please do me a favor and click that like button because that helps me grow this channel. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Today I want to show you a quick and easy recipe for an instant pot dal, and I'm going to share with you my favorite lentil or dal. This is the red lentil, and you can see it's not red necessarily, it's actually orange in color, and when it cooks it gets this nice sort of golden yellow color, and it makes a beautiful, beautiful dal dish. Now, this is called MASOOR DAL, and there are a couple of different kinds of MASOOR DAL. This one happens to be the skinned and split red lentil, or orange lentil if you will, and there's no skins on it, and it cooks super fast. So this, if you just put this in a pot, it'll be completely cooked within 20 minutes. So it's one of the quickest cooking lentils there are. There's also another type of MASOOR DAL, which is the full lentil that still has its skin attached. So that also has a little bit more fiber and some nutrition that is good too, but these cook up nice and creamy and delicious and make great dishes. These red lentils are so versatile. There's a lot of different things you can do with them. I'm going to prepare for you today an easy recipe that uses the Instant Pot to cook a quick dal for dinner that I'm going to serve with rice. But this is a wonderful legume that can be ground into a flour and used to make flatbreads that are gluten-free. It can be used to thicken up soups and stews. I'll often throw it into chili also to give it some more body and some flavor. So come on, and I'll show you how to make a delicious and flavorful, aromatic, quick, easy weeknight meal. What I have here are red lentils, and to prepare them we need to wash them because there's some dust and starch on them that we want to get off. So I'm going to take 2 cups of red lentils into the pot. And then we're going to rinse this really well with cold water until it comes out clear. It'll probably take about 3 times washing this. So for the vegetables we're going to be adding, I have 2 diced tomatoes, I have 1 large onion chopped, I have 1 large jalapeno which has been chopped, and I have 5-6 cloves of garlic and about 1 inch of ginger that's been chopped. So people like to see how I chop up the vegetables, and I'm going to show you. I've sped it up a little bit, but if it bores you, go ahead and skip ahead, that's fine. Here's the onions. And the garlic. In my opinion, it's just not food without the ginger. Here's the jalapeno. I'm going to remove the seeds and the veins just to make sure it's not too spicy, but if you like it spicier, go ahead and leave them in. Here I am chopping up the tomatoes, and my knife is getting a little bit dull. That can be dangerous because if it slips on that skin of the tomato and cuts my finger, I'll have redder tomatoes, I guess. Always work with a sharp knife, it's safer. For the dried spices, I have 1 tablespoon of mustard seed and 1 tablespoon of cumin seed. I'll also be adding 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashimiri red chili powder, also 2 dried red chilies, and about 6 or 7 curry leaves. In addition to this, I'll be adding about 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida or hing powder to the pot. I'm starting my Instant Pot on the saute mode so I can sear my spices and the vegetables. I'm putting in a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil, and I'm going to throw in those mustard seeds and the cumin seeds and get them popping in the pan. Once you can smell those aromas of the cumin and the mustard seed coming out of the pot, it's time to add the asafoetida. The dried red chilies go in next. And those curry leaves. It really adds a unique flavor, so if you can't find them, just leave them out. There is no substitute. In go our onions, and we're going to saute those until they get nicely softened. After the onions have cooked down for a few minutes, I'm going to add the jalapeños along with the ginger and the garlic. After cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to put the spices in, all those dried spices, along with the chopped tomatoes, and get those really cooking down. This is typically when I'll add my salt. I'm adding a couple of teaspoons of salt to this. After the vegetables have had about 5 minutes to really cook down and integrate, I'm going to add the red lentils that have been rinsed, and along with this I'm going to add water. Now my proportions are for 2 cups of red lentils, I'm going to add 8 cups of water. So the ratio is about 4 to 1 water to lentils. Mix this up well, and we're going to put the cover on and put this onto the high pressure setting for 10 minutes. It probably only needs about 5 minutes of cooking, but I thought to be on the safe side, I'd cook it for 10 minutes. After it was up to pressure for 10 minutes, I let the pressure release naturally, and you can see just opening this up, it's still steaming and bubbling and just delicious. Mix this up and it is ready to plate. And that's the dish. Creamy, luscious, delicious, aromatic, flavorful red lentil dal with rice. What could be better? Thank you for watching. Take a moment please to like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be bringing you a lot of great new recipes that I'm working on in the kitchen. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care.